What's going on, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard with another Division 2 video. Today is Wednesday, February 10th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. Today, my friends, I'm going to take some time and talk about what's happening in the game right now. And to be honest with you, I hadn't really planned on making a video this morning, but so many of you have reached out with so many different questions over the last 24 hours that I wanted to take some time and try to answer as many things as I can. Now, if you happen to be new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here, and our current one is for an Xbox Series X. However, more importantly, we will also be making a donation in the winner's name to St. Jude Children's Hospital for $500. The winner will be announced on April 4th of this year to celebrate our 1-year anniversary at the channel, and all you need to do to enter is either subscribe here or follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine. As always, my friends, please keep in mind that watching our content is not a requirement to win. Only watch the things here you may enjoy. That's why you have the option of entering via Twitter. Having said that, let's get into today's video. So there happens to be a lot of different things I want to talk about today. However, one of the first things I want to go over real quick is the location of the Langley reports. Many of you reached out to the channel asking, you had your encounter with Fei Lao, but you couldn't find where those reports were. Therefore, what I'm going to do real quick is cut to some footage showing you exactly where you get the reports during the Fei Lao mission. As most of you know, I try not to give any spoilers away here, but in many ways, my friends, I hate to say it, but there's really nothing to spoil. At this point, I'm sure most of you know that you wind up facing Fei Lao at the Camp White Oak mission. Now, when you get to the lodge, all you're going to do is go through the double doors, make a U-turn, and you'll see a laptop sitting on the desk right over here. Once you've accessed the laptop, you can then listen to the Langley reports anytime you like. To get to them, all you're going to do is go to your main menu. You're going to go to progression, over to collectibles. You're going to go to comms, scroll down, and then you will see all 10 reports in a file. Now, as we move on, I'm not going to go into details about the Fei Lao mission, only because it just came out yesterday and a lot of people maybe haven't played it as yet. I'll wait until later in the week or the beginning of next week, but all I can say is I know for a lot of gamers out there, including myself, it was incredibly disappointing. However, having said that, thankfully there was some positive news announced yesterday. So right now we're going to forget about the Fei Lao stuff. We'll get into that some other video. Right now we want to talk about what the future may look like, and more importantly, when we think we're going to hear something. So first of all, you guys know how I feel about this game. I absolutely love it. I mean, I think I have over 1,500 hours logged in. I'm sure many of you have more hours than that. And the thing is that, recently the game has gotten better. The loot has gotten better, matchmaking, and we've gotten a lot of new players and returning players back to the game. Having said that, you also know that the one main issue I've had with this game has been the communication between the game and its players. And as I say that, understand I appreciate all of the developers and game designers and graphic artists and everyone who puts their time and energy into this thing. I absolutely appreciate their work. And as you've heard me say before, last year was an anomaly. Like, it was just a hot mess. So I'm not pointing fingers. I don't care about the past. I'm talking about moving forward. And in my opinion, we need a state of the game soon, even if it's just for some clarity. Like, we want to hear what's going on. I happen to think that the reason we aren't hearing anything has to do with the fact that there are too many things the devs aren't really allowed to talk about right now. And I also think that, once Season 4 ends, we should really have a roadmap of what we can look forward to soon. Now, some of you may have heard that Ubisoft had their earnings call yesterday, which gives investors a breakdown of how the company is doing and what the future looks like. Now, thankfully, during that call, they did talk about the division, and we know at this point they are going to continue to work on the game. Now, this information was reported by multiple sources. I'm just going to show you a few of them real quick. You can see here it says regarding Ubisoft Massive, the team will work on new content for the division in 2021 and 2022. You can see on this page, once again, it's confirmed that they're going to work on this game in 2021 and 2022, despite starting to work on their new Star Wars game. Massive says they are a large studio collaborating with other teams, and they are able to work on both simultaneously. Now, at the very bottom, you can see it says there will be more Division content over the next 2 years. Now, what that content is going to be, my friends, your guess is as good as mine, but in my opinion, it cannot be the rewatch stuff we've gotten for the last year. And the reason, in my opinion, that statement holds true now more than ever is because of the way Season 4 ended. And to be honest with you, Seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4, in my opinion, seem to be exactly the same, and that's not really the progression that a lot of people are looking for. One of the last things I want to talk about is the summit, and many of you have reached out to me asking, are they going to continue to make improvements to this game mode? The answer is yes. However, is there going to be something drastic that can be done in order to really change it? At this point, I don't think there is. Now, as I say that, I know the game is committed to continuing to improve the loot, which they've done there. I mean, I've seen it firsthand. The way the loot was when it first came out, when the Summit first came out, was awful. The drop rate, the loot quality, stuff like that, and it has definitely improved at this point. However, for many players out there, and again, this is the feedback you've been giving me, it's become boring because there's just nothing that's really replayable about that. The only thing that's good is at the very end when you get to floor 100 and you face the hunters, and you shouldn't have to go through 100 floors just to get to the one thing that actually looks fun for you. And as we start to wrap this video up, please keep in mind we're talking about a game that's going into its third year, and the fact that the player base is still strong despite everything that's been happening, lack of communication, it's a testament to how great this game actually is. And as you guys have heard me say multiple times recently, I love the direction that the game is going. The loot has gotten better. Matchmaking has gotten better. They made those changes to optimizing your weapons and gear, which is a great improvement. So again, it's starting to really, become the game that we thought it originally was going to be. I guess to sum everything up, my friends, I just really hope the communication improves between the game and its player base. And that's really it, because we shouldn't have to beg to hear information on a game that we love and we've been committed to. And look, we're not owed anything. Like, we've been given our money's worth when it comes to a game. But, to give us some information on what to expect would really be nice. And the reason why I'm really stressing this point during the video is because of the way Season 4 ended. And for many gamers that have been here since day one, their opinion is going to be that, why am I doing this? Like, where is my incentive to stay with this game? Now, I can speak for myself and say, as one of those day one players, I'm not going anywhere. I love this thing too much. They've made all these great changes. There are so many different builds I want to work on. But again, I'd like to hear just something in regards to what the future may look like. With that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment to thank you all for your continued support. I really wish I had more information in regards to bug fixes, PvP, Dark Zone, stuff like that. But again, we haven't been given anything. Hopefully next week there'll actually be a state of the game and I'll have some more information to pass along. Most of you know by now that one of my main goals here is to, again, create that gaming community where people work together. So please, if you have any questions or comments or anything I can possibly help you with, leave that in the comment section down below. I try to get back to everyone I can as quickly as possible. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of what we're doing. If you enjoyed this, you can hit that like button as well. But most importantly, as always, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.